Banana bread was one of the very first things that I perfected when I started learning how to bake, and I have gone through so many revisions of my banana bread recipe. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this Biscoff chocolate banana bread that is absolutely yummy, absolutely tasty. You will love it. As usual, the full ingredient list will be in the description box, so please check it out. But the most important thing is that you want to use really ripe bananas. You know, those bananas that you've had that are almost gone bad. That is what you want to use. To start off, we are going to be browning our butter. We're not using like regular butter, we're not using oil here. I like to brown my butter now because of the flavor that it brings to the cake. There is this cookie like flavor that it brings to the banana bread. I don't know if it's banana bread or banana cake, but stay with me. So all you want to do to brown your butter is just heat it up under heat for about 5 to 7 minutes, and this is what it should look like afterwards. You're going to set that aside to cool. While that is cooling, we're going to add our bananas. I like to add more bananas than typical, just because again I need that flavor. I need the banana to really show out. So I'm just going to mash this, and then to that I'm going to add our brown butter. You can see that it looks really good. Then I'm going to add some brown sugar. I'm not using white sugar here. All of this is going to affect the texture and color of our cake, but more especially the texture. I'm very particular about how it feels in the mouth and also how it feels when you touch it and hold it. That is why I'm using brown sugar, because it already has molasses in it. So just to note that, I'm going to add eggs, and then I'm just going to set that aside. For some reason, this particularly was so hot that my chocolate was already melting in its pack, so that's why I'm using my hand. Ideally, you would just, if you live like in a cold region, or if it's cold, just break it with a knife and that's it. Yeah, so I'm just going to set that aside. You can also use chocolate chip if you don't want to use actual chocolate. That works. We are now going to use some Biscoff. I'm just breaking this. We're going to add it in our cake, and we're also going to add some of that on the cake just for like aesthetic purposes and just to get a little bit of crunch. So anything that you want to do here is fine. You don't necessarily need to cut it as big or as small as I have done it. I've gone ahead to mix my flour and baking powder, so please just do that and then set aside. As usual, I always say this in all my baking videos, please sift your flour. Look at it. You don't want this in your cake. You do not want this in your cake. Now you want to gently mix this in. Also, when baking, you want to start with adding your dry ingredient first before adding your wet ingredients, and also you want to start and end with dry ingredients, just like what I've done here. What that essentially means is, you see me add the dry ingredient first. After mixing it in, I mix the wet ingredient, and now I'm going to go in again with the dry ingredients to complete it, so that my batter does not look weird and there's just something about it. Now I'm just going to mix everything to combine, and then I'll go in with my chocolate chip and my Biscoff and anything. While we're here, you guys, in case it's the first time you're hearing my voice, or in case it's the first time you're coming across a video from my channel, hi everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm a digital content creator and YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. I teach you how to make really good meals in few easy steps. If you like good quality content, subscribe to the channel. Now I'm just going to mix everything to combine. You also don't want to overmix your batter. Overmixing your batter when baking is never a good idea. So you will notice that I have used a whisk all through. I am not using a stand mixer or a hand mixer. All of that is unnecessary when making this banana bread. I'm just going over this with some more like Biscoff and chocolate chip. Now I'm not chocolate chip, sorry, just chocolate. Now I'm just going to put this in my oven, and then I'm going to bake this for about an hour. And please make sure that you're baking this for, or at least until a toothpick inserted in the middle comes out clean. That is how you know that your banana bread is ready to be eaten or is done, right? And now this is it. Let me know when you try this recipe. Please send me a picture, send me a video. I want to see all your recreations. And now I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.